Hi, I'm Jayni, and this is Journey with Jayni Hypnotherapy on YouTube. I'm a clinical hypnotherapist, and I'm offering you a place right here, this little corner I have here on YouTube for you to come back and relax, release, unwind. Just let go of anything that's burdening you on your mind, your heart, a place that you can rely on. Because I know that sometimes finding reliable places and spaces and people can be difficult. And this is one place I want you to know is always here for you. I'm here for you. As a clinical hypnotherapist, I offer support to anyone, anywhere, all around the world, whether that is through a Zoom chat or a phone chat, or I create custom audio recordings just for you. I'm going to leave my website just below. And then I'd like to just go ahead and get into this journey, a journey that is, I think, much needed right now. I'm coming to you all during a pretty intense week here in the United States and in many countries around the world. We just had our presidential election, 2020, and this one has been, let's just say, heavier than I think many and most presidential elections that we've had. It will be one that we remember in history, and whichever way you voted, whichever way that you stand, and whatever belief systems you hold, you are so very welcome here. I want this to be a place where we can just all come together. You'll see behind me I have red and blue as my colors. Everyone is welcome. I'd like us to come back to some more decency, compassion, kindness, connection. It's been a very hard year to experience any of that. Not just because of the divisiveness of our politics, but also COVID-19 and the coronavirus have really made it very difficult to have those connections, to have time with others, to feel bonded with our friends, our family, our communities. So I invite you to come here, right here with me. In this space, you don't have to wear a mask. You can just be right where you are in the comfort of your own home. And whatever your belief systems are, I see you, I hear you, and I value you. And I want to know, first and foremost, that we all are ready to rise up into a higher vibration of compassion and kindness. That we're all willing to stretch our minds, to think outside of our boxes, to consider that we don't know everything. Our life journey is about learning, and we all have so much left to learn. One of the ways that I'd like us to learn is by putting ourselves in other people's shoes. Look to the person whose life is almost completely opposite of yours. Whether it's where they live, whether it's their political background, religious affiliation, the color of their skin, their economic, financial situation, whatever it is, if it's completely different than yours, I want you to spend a little time in their shoes. Now, I don't mean that literally, but I do mean that figuratively. And our imaginations are much more powerful than we give them credit for. Our imaginations are the master creators. What we imagine is the really big and important steps that we take to see ourselves in a situation, to see ourselves as something other than we are, or see our situations as something other than it already is. Imagination can be daydreaming. It can be sleeping and dreaming at night. Perhaps even lucid dreaming. We imagine in so many wonderful, fun ways. But we can also use imagination to propel us into a higher version of ourselves. There is one thing that is so very true. We cannot be what we cannot see. And so if you close down any attempt or any belief that you can see something a different way, a kinder way, a more compassionate way, a more inclusive way. If you allow yourself just for a moment to give yourself permission to just think about it, imagine it. Imagine the life in the shoes of another person, someone very different than you. And let that imagination take you to higher levels. Of all the lessons that we are here to learn, the biggest lesson is anything that connects to humanity. The lessons of love, kindness, compassion. So I invite you now to get into a very comfortable position. I'd like to guide you now on a journey of imagination, a journey where you can begin to see so that you can believe. That you can believe you can be a higher version, that you can stretch your mind, that you can extend your heart, extend your hand. See that you can have more in common with someone that you may once have thought were worlds apart. We're not all that different, not any one of us. So get comfortable now. I'd like to guide you on a journey just for you. With your eyes closed, I'd like you just to listen to the sound of my voice and nothing else. Any other sounds around you, you will just push them away. Let them fade into the background. You're right here, in this present body, listening to the sound of my voice and giving yourself permission to let go. Just let go. Just let go. Letting go feels wonderful. It is a relief. It is a relief to just let yourself breathe and be right here in this space, in this moment, with this breath and the next. As you breathe in and breathe out, a calm will begin to move through you, intensifying as it rises to the crown of your head and then flows back down into your feet. It feels wonderful to let go in this way. And as you listen to my voice, it becomes easier and easier to drift somewhere else. Suddenly the details of your life, of this body, just fade away, fade into the background. It makes no difference. All of the identities that you carry, the hats that you wear, they will become less and less important as you take this journey. Little by little, you are no longer one identity or another. You are strictly and only and simply you. A soul, a being, a human being. Whatever you were born into or whatever you have created in this life, you're going to just push that aside right now. And in this moment, you're a human being. You are equal to all human beings. Whatever your belief systems, whatever your privileges, whatever your oppressions, whatever your challenges, whatever your successes, you push it all away and you strip yourself down with every word that I speak. Strip down to the human. You are human. First and foremost, you are human. Take that next breath in, deeper than the rest. Draw that breath all the way up to the crown of your head, and when you are ready, I want you to release that breath so intensely that you empty the lungs all the way. And that exhale drops all the way down to the soles of your feet. And what a wonderful feeling that is. Good. And with the next breath you take, another hat is taken off. Another part of your identity just fades away. Whatever it is that you lead with, whatever it is you believe others see in you first when they meet you for the very first time, you push that away. You let it fade into the background. And you imagine yourself as simply and beautifully and powerfully human. You are human. Green eyes or brown or blue. Light skin or dark. Tall or short. Curvy or thin. Young or old. Whatever your belief systems, if you fall red or blue, whatever amount of money you have in your bank account, and if you even have a bank account, whether you live with family or live alone, whether you are an introvert or an extrovert or somewhere in between, it's all okay. You're beautiful. You're human. You're lovable and you're important, and we need you. We need you to show up with compassion. Hear this now with the next breath. Compassion and kindness, let it rule us all. That we lead with love and that we imagine what it is like for all walks of life. We're stretching our minds now with the intention to do so. You say yes, you stretch your mind because it's right. It feels right. You're ready to move higher and higher, higher into the next level that takes you to the very best version of you. And when you strip down, you realize how wonderful it feels. Everything you thought you had over another suddenly doesn't matter at all. In fact, you'd rather be equal. And you'd like others to be equal with you. That no one is above another. No one's life is more valuable than another. That we are all in this together. Yes, that's right. Good. And already you can feel something shifting. And the body is more and more relaxed as you release those identities. The body is heavier and heavier, and that heaviness is wonderful. It's comforting. You are so relaxed, but I'd like you to relax even more. The heaviness you feel from the tips of your toes is intensifying. That relaxation as it rises all the way up to the crown of your head. You're noticing that all of the muscles in your body have relaxed so deeply. And something is shifting and you are releasing, and it feels wonderful. And all the way up to the crown of your head, this wonderful, gentle feeling of well-being rolls through your entire body, through every cell, every molecule, every atom, every fiber of your being. And your being, this body, is just like every other body on this planet. The heart, the lungs, pancreas, bladder, intestines, You have a stomach. You have muscle and tissue, a bone structure, just like everyone else. If there are any differences to that, that's wonderfully unique. And that is very special. And we can all imagine what it might be like to have differences in your body, unique differences that make you, you. And in the mind, should you have unique qualities about the way that your mind works, well, we're all here to really envision and imagine what that might be like for you. And in this space, know to the very depth of your heart that you're wonderful just as you are. Any challenges you might face because of neurodivergency or because of any divergency in your body form, it's all wonderful. It's okay to be you. And at the heart of it all, you're no different than anyone else. And we're all here to remind ourselves of that. In all of the circumstances, all of the many circumstances that we face, countless, one thing we know for sure: we are not the first and not the last to go through any one of the circumstances that we face. Countless people have experienced the same. Name any one thing you've been through, and I promise you, you are not alone. As I count you from 20 to 0, everything you are hearing now will be deeply moved into the subconscious realm, dropping all the way in, sinking into the core of all that you are, into the control center of your thoughts, feelings, and behaviors. With every count, you are more and more stripped down to the human being that you are. No better, no worse, no higher, no lower. You are not more valuable or less. You are exactly equal to us all. And we are exactly equal to you. With the next breath, let your imagination rise. I want you to think about either someone you know personally, or I want you to imagine someone in the world. Imagine someone so different from you, the most different in all ways. Body, mind, circumstances, geography, belief systems. Whoever it is that you can imagine that is so very different from you, I want you to bring that person all the way into detail. Use all of your senses now: sight, sound, taste, touch, smell. Bring it all in. Use all of your wonderful power and all of your spectacular tools at 20. Bring it in at 19. Let that person come to life for you at 18. You're beginning to bring them all the way into your senses now. Sight, sound, taste, touch, smell, bring it all in. 17, 16. And I want you to see this person as if they are right there in front of you. Hear them. If sight is coming in a little slower, it's all right to hear their voice. Imagine in every way what it is to bring them into this space with you now. Use your power. That's good. Just use your power to bring them right here with us now. 17 is 16. At 15, it's easier and easier to bring the details in with every count. And you're doing it already. You're already doing it. It's great. It's wonderful. Keep going now. Bring all of the details, their body structure, and bring in their circumstances. You can see where they live, who's around them. You can see their financial situation. You can hear their thoughts. You know what they're thinking. You have X-ray vision into every part of this person, and I want you to bring them more and more to life. 16 is 15 at 14. Very good. Even deeper as you let those details come to the surface now. 14 is 13. 12. They're right there in front of you. At 11, there is that connection right there at 11. It is that divine number. That number that's helping you now to bond with this person that you are bringing right into all of your senses now. 10 is 9. At 8, there's the balance. There's the balance right there. Yep, that's right. You're equal. Both of you equal. Yin and yang, a wonderful balance. 2 human beings. 7, 6. The last of the details coming up for you now at 5. All of the information is being downloaded. Everything that they feel in their heart, every circumstance they've ever had, everything that has ever felt painful or sorrowful, you're feeling that for them now. That's your compassion rolling in. I want you to allow that. Good. 6 is 5. And even their successes, whatever feels successful or has been successful for them, you're celebrating that. It feels good to be with them in solidarity. You're so very joyful for all the ways that they have succeeded. That's wonderful. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. There they are, right there with you now, right there with you now. And I want you now to very quickly, in a 5 count, it will be very quick. I want you to strip both you and this other person down, all the way down to human being. They don't have any circumstances, any details of their body, nothing at all that differs from you. You are both exactly the same, simply human beings. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Human. You're both human. You're both human beings. Beings of light, beings of love, beings of compassion. You are beings. You are beings. And now change that to beacons, 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 beacons of light, beacons of light, beacons of light, beacons of light. And you are their light, and they are yours. And everything else is stripped away. You are human, they are human, and you care. You care in a way that had been walled off for some time. You might have tapped into it a little, but now it is just as if the dam wall has broken, and tears may be falling now, and an emotion is welling inside. That's love. Go with that. That's compassion. Go with that. That's care. Go with that. Be that. Be that. Beacon, 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 beacon of light, beacon of light. You are human. They are human. That's all there is. That's all there is, friends. Humanness. 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 Let us go forward. Extend both hands out, take theirs in yours. Extend both hands out, take theirs in yours. Hold the hands, squeeze them, and say from your heart, I am with you. I see you. I understand you. I am you. And you are me. And we're in this together. And release those hands, release those hands, release those hands, and relax. At 0 is 1, now at 2, deep calm and peace. At 3, comfort and calm. At 4, And at 5, I want you to slowly begin to open your eyes. Open your eyes slowly now, gently now. Take a deep breath for me, very deep. Bring that inhale all the way up to the crown of your head. And then exhale all the way down to the soles of your feet and out. Good. Welcome back. Thank you for taking this human journey with me. Remember that we cannot be what we cannot see. To be our most compassionate selves, we must see others as ourselves. See them as human. See them as worthy. See them in love, in light. Be that light. We sure could use it. And I am here for you. Until next time, my friends, continue to journey with